that has been the most rewarding thing about being a mom is like them being together.
Yeah.
Stop.
I know, right? We do this to ourselves.
Yeah. This must be about Christmas, damn it.
Okay, if you thought we were going to have a Christmas episode and not be crying by the end of it, I don't know who you thought we were, but it's just...
Apparently.
Hello, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and welcome back to If It Were Up to Us, the podcast where we rethink, redesign, and reimagine the ultimate Disney theme park destination. I am your host, Chrissy, and this is my jolly co-host, Stephanie.
Jolly. Hey.
I was just going to say, how jolly are we feeling today?
I actually feel pretty jolly. I mean, I'm at home all day, and there's the kids are at school, so it's peaceful and quiet, besides the dog. But he is locked out this time because I've learned my lesson. Also, especially because I've, changed up my scene here, so I'm facing this way instead of that way, and this tree, and I just know he'll be trying to, wiggle through here, and I can just picture tree falling, and... because the window's here, so he'll want to see out the window, and, all those things. So.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like that kind of chaos is right in line with this podcast, so...
Yeah, except I don't want to break my ornaments. This is
I understand.
My office, travel, coffee themed. It's like my favorite things.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Coffee, suitcase up here, my kids' initials, airplane, all the things.
I love it. How many trees do you have in your house?
Okay, so I have two main ones. This one in our, the kids' tree that I let them decorate however they see fit. And then I have a third, little decorative, it's flocked tree by my entertainment stand in the house.
Oh, okay.
But how many do you have?
I have just the one.
Okay.
However... I have one up, is what I should say.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I do have a smaller one that we originally got when my son was 1.5 because I couldn't trust him not to pull ornaments off the tree. And so it sat on top of a table. Okay. And it is my hope that when we move into our new house, next year I will have that in my office as my office tree. And then I can have a my favorite things tree like yours. But for now, we just have the one. I guess
I have 5. The kids have little mini trees in their rooms.
I was just gonna ask if the kids had any in their rooms because I know my sister does that with the twins, and
they do. I need to replace my son's tree.
Now, is it their responsibility to decorate said tree, or do you decorate them for them? Yeah.
Nope, it's their whole thing. They have to spread out and fluff the tree because I do the other 3. I'm not doing it. So, yeah. However it comes out of the box and they do it, that's how it is. That's pretty much, I think I might have said this another thing. Before we went on our trip, November 1st, I put up our main tree. Didn't put any of the decorations because the kids decorate it. But I fluffed it because sometimes doing all of that in one day is just
it's too much
because I get annoyed and it they scratch you and all that stuff. But so it had been up and then I just bring the ornaments out and I just let him put them up. I don't even move them. The only time I'll move them is if something that's kind of breakable is at the bottom and with the dog's tail and stuff. I may ask them to move it, but I just leave it. So there's ornaments next to each other. Whatever. It's their tree.
That's why there's 7 just in a clump right here.
Yes, you know what? And it's perfect. That's how they want it. So I just let it go. I feel like the first few years, with my son, when he was able to decorate, I would be too, oh my God, you gotta move it because perfectionist. I'm nope. And that's why I got my own tree. So I can be like that with my own damn tree. They can have theirs and I'll have mine.
I love it. I love it. Well, I'm also, I feel doing pretty well today. I am still sick, which is a bummer, kind of hoping, I know we're recording this a little bit before Christmas, so I'm really hoping that this passes by the time that Christmas happens. Thankfully, we're not traveling for Christmas this year. We are staying put, which I am very excited about. And then my in-laws will come to town the weekend after. And I haven't yet, but according to when this comes out, we'll have just had my parents in town to do a little holiday celebration stuff. And my kids are going to get ready to go see Santa, which I know we're going to talk about here in just a little bit. But yeah, so everything is going good, and Christmas is up in the house. We are decorated. The shopping is happening, and
I was just going to ask how your shopping's going. Well, I know the last time we talked about it, neither of us had really.
No, we have not, and I have not done any more shopping. However, there are still copious amounts of packages coming to my house. I'm just going to do it. I have a whole stack at my front door. Wait, oh, can you see it? I don't know that you can. There it is.
It's coming into focus now. Yes.
Yes. So I have bought none of those things in that package stack.
So
there may be one box. I think it's the grandparents, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. Mailing you.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
Because they will not be here. So I think it's the grandparents, maybe the aunts. It's a project to go through one of these days and start wrapping and doing. But my kids can't be trusted. And that's the thing that I have to figure out. It's one thing for presents that come from our family to put those under the tree early, right? Yeah. And then we also are very clear about what comes from us and what comes from Santa. Yes. And so, but I'm running out of room because my kids cannot be trusted to not dig into things. Yes. So I've relegated myself to just leaving them in the boxes by the front door. Because at this point, my kids are not old enough to ask what's in them, so I just leave them.
Yeah, exactly. If that works. Mm-hmm. I have a giant tote that we bought for something else, and it's in my room, and that's where I've been putting them. I think today I'm actually going to wrap them that way, because if anything else comes, it will not fit, so it will need to be wrapped. I think that since they're not here, and we are recording earlier than we normally do, I should have some time to maybe wrap their gifts.
Fingers crossed.
And then I won't have to worry so much. But I think I get this for my mother. I definitely get this for my mother. None of the gifts that we buy go under the tree until Christmas Eve. So they wake up and, it's so magical, so they don't see it ahead of time. When they get older, I'm sure that will change. But, once, as they still,
Yeah. We always try to explain that the gifts that are under the tree before Christmas are gifts that we are giving someone else instead of gifts for them. Even if there are some under the tree for them, we just say, oh, those are for somebody else, and so,
It's fun when your kids can't read. It helps. Right? So that, wait until they can read, Chrissy. It adds a whole new level of things.
Okay. Hang on, because this brings me to a whole questionnaire that I have for you as someone who has done multiple Christmases with children. And I am just going to put this out there right now that from this moment on, this is not a safe space for children.
No.
Do not be listening to this podcast with your children. We are talking elf-like things. Yes. So if you are listening with children, put us on pause. Go back to another episode, re-listen to that, and come back to this when you are no longer around tiny little ears. So, if you continue on, you have been warned.
Yes, and do not blame us.
Yeah, don't blame us. Spoiler alert.
We are not going to be the reason of things getting ruined and less magical on Christmas Day.
Yeah, we're not going into it. But, okay, this brings me to a whole set of questions I have around how you handle, in your house, Santa, how you gift give. And I know you were just talking about, reading, right? And so one of the things, like I've seen something about like make sure you never write your children's names in your own handwriting because then they'll know it's from you versus from Santa. But in our house growing up, we never did, it never said whose was what. There was always just a note. I guess or my parents said there was a note. It probably was not a real note. But Santa wrapped all of our presents in the same wrapping paper. So if it was a present for me, it would be in a different color wrapping paper than my siblings. How do you do that same kind of thing? How do you go about that?
I decided early on, the very first Christmas with my son, that Santa's gifts are not wrapped. They are just sitting there. They come unwrapped. Mm-hmm. The first 2 years, I had this really pretty, like just a tag that said from Santa. And like, you would never see this tag in a store or anything. It was just really cool. And I wished I could have like bought a bunch of them so I had them from here on out. But nope, Santa gifts are unwrapped under the tree. They're always in the front because if like we would put ours out before we'd go to bed and then Santa comes in the middle of the night, his would be in the front. And so they just sit unwrapped, and obviously it's easy because I only have a boy and a girl. Whose is whose.
Right. Sure.
It's very clear. But yeah.
Yeah.
That
is actually very smart. We have done that. I usually do like one big present per kid. And whether it comes from us, comes from Santa, comes from a grandparent, whatever is the most hard to wrap is unwrapped. So, one year we had a giant Hot Wheels, track thing, that came unwrapped. The year of the Paw Patrol Tower, that was unwrapped, just because there's no way for me to wrap it and while also having it assembled. Like, if I left it in the box, it'd be fine. But, you want to have those moments. I remember the year we got my son, it was his first Christmas, we got him a little tiny table and chairs. Or I guess it was his second Christmas, he was 1.5. And my oldest, that was out. And then he had presents stacked on the little table type thing. So I guess we do kind of do that usually every year where there's one present that's not wrapped. But that's smart to make that the present from Santa.
Yeah. That way we didn't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about writing a tag or them doing that. But that kind of brings me into what has happened now. Wow, it is really snowing. Oh my God.
I feel like you should have sat in front of your window so we could see the snow behind you, but
I don't think you'd be able to because of the backlight. Maybe.
Oh,
and
maybe
it never
we can
looks
see it a little bit. It does.
It never
certainly does
looks
look like it is a snowy winter wonderland out there.
Yeah. It just never looks like the camera never does it justice when it's snowing. It always, or like raining hard, it always just makes it look like, what are you whining about, lady? It's fine. That brings me to my next thing is I've been very anti-elf. We do not do, like, that elf is not welcome in my dang house until last year. I gave in because basically, to call out my mom again in a second episode, she kind of guilted me into it like a little bit. Yeah. But I'm a little glad she did because our elf arrived a bit later and she was sitting on the tree and I named her because I did not read the book beforehand. That says that the kids name them. So we named the damn elf. Wow, it's coming down harder. Her name is Star, and the enjoyment and the excitement that came out of my daughter made it so worth it. And then now we did it all last year, and we are doing it this year, and they're just so excited every day. But my elf is very chill. And my point of this was writing she leaves notes, not every day, just occasionally. Yeah. I write with my left hand, but here's my problem. I write really good with my left hand, almost matches my right hand. So I write with my left hand, but have to, like, make it a little.
Lovely.
Yes. I didn't realize how good I wrote with my left hand until last year. And I was like, oh, shit, this isn't going to work. So I just, like, make it a little bit wobblier and try to hold the pen uncomfortably so I can't write as well. And I just don't leave a lot of notes so that they can compare it. And I never, like, the next day in the middle of the night when I'm moving, I throw the note away so they don't like get to collect notes.
Oh,
there's no like proof. So
that's smart.
But yeah, that is a thing, especially, when I think this year may be the last year with my son believing in the big man. I hope not, but I'm thinking that it's moving that direction. He hasn't flat out asked me yet, but I can tell he is a little more skeptical.
Yeah.
And I also feel like he's starting to get to the point where it's not cool to like be so excited about Santa anymore, which makes me so sad. Because he's just turning 9 in January. Yeah. It just seems, but that's, I think, about the age that I was also like, okay, this can't be true. And I ruined it for myself. But yeah. But I think it's probably the last year. So while you're just like starting your journey, I feel like I'm ending mine.
But then there is some fun in that too, in that like,
yes,
then it becomes less of like a responsibility or a secret to hold, that you have to worry about, and you can really just like enjoy the spirit of Christmas. And I know we had kind of talked about that a little bit, like when our kids stop believing, or and talking about what the spirit of Santa really is.
Yes.
And saying it's not so much a person as much as it is the embodiment of giving and being kind, and
So I am setting us up already, because I decided a while ago, because my husband and I kind of went back and forth on if we even wanted to do the Santa thing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, ultimately it wasn't just my kids that I was considering, it was everybody else's.
Yeah.
And I would never tell my kids he's not real. I would just let it, like, we just wouldn't do the Santa thing is what we were considering. Yeah. But we ultimately did, and I'm happy I did. But I decided a long time ago what I would do. And, like, Santa is everybody. Like, it's a whole thing. So we did an angel tree this year. And so that's what we'll do every single year to, like, keep that magic alive. So
yeah. Yeah, we have started doing the whole, we get rid of, you're going to pick some toys that we don't need anymore, and we're going to give those, away, and really just trying to instill in everything it's not just about you getting things, but it's also about you giving and you being helpful and caring for others. Being
excited to give.
Yes,
like, and not,
exactly.
It not being a chore. The biggest pet peeve I have about people is, like, making Christmas be such, like, a annoyance. Like, they hate it. Like, oh, I gotta go find a present. And everybody gets that way at some point during the process, because it's like, it's endless. You feel like, oh my God, I still have this person. And I'm like, but like when they're immediately like that, it bothers me, because it's not what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like it's awful that you have to go find something to give or spend money to give. It was never meant to be that. Make something. Like, bake cookies, or it doesn't have to be this financial burden that it has become. And
that's why every year we make a gift for our grandparents, like, and it's usually a handprint type something, an ornament or whatever. We make something, we and then we gift cookies to our neighbors. We bake cookies here at the house, and we don't eat them all. But yeah, so I try to instill, and then I also like have made it a point to take my youngest shopping and specifically pick something out for his father, for his brother.
Yes.
Because I think it's important that they understand that it's not just them getting gifts from us, but also them giving gifts as well.
Yes. And
really thinking about what their family would want,
Yeah. That's exactly it. So we had so much fun doing the angel tree. I found a 6-year-old girl and an 8-year-old boy on the tree, so that it was the exact same ages, and I figured it'd make it easy, pick out things. And only a couple times they say, do we get to pick anything out? I was like, nope, not today. This is about these 2 kiddos. And they had so much fun, and they talked about it like, oh, I wish that we could see her open her little unicorn, like, stuffed animal, which I thought was hideous, but she thought it was the coolest thing ever, so I hope the little girl likes it. And she's like, they don't tell you the names of the girl? I said they didn't. Like, I think back in the day they did. I saw a video of that. And I also think, this is a hot take, I don't love the videos of people doing this and, like, sharing about it. Because I think, you know, while I'm saying it in here, but this, you know, for a reason, like, you shouldn't do it for the clout. You shouldn't do it so that you are proving to whoever that you're some great person doing this. And I love that it's getting attention, I guess, on the other hand, but also, like, I don't know. It shouldn't be used for social media clout.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. Completely agree.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, if good people don't need to be shown being a good person.
Exactly. And, but yeah, that's our plan. I'm hoping my son does not ruin it for my daughter when he finds out. My nephew didn't ruin it for his brother, so I'm hoping he wouldn't. And that could be a fun year or two where he is in on the whole Santa thing. Like, he knows about it, but gets to watch her be so excited and still believe. So that will be, like, a whole factor. But that's what we will do from then on. And that's why we did it this year, that they can kind of see, you know, going and finding these fun gifts and giving it. And that's what we'll do. So.
Yeah. That's so smart.
We'll just, and that way you don't know who's getting it. That's the fun of it, too. You're not looking for that, like, gratification of them opening it and stuff. You're just doing it just to do it and be kind. So
I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so are you ready for this?
You're quizzing me, right?
No, I'm not quizzing you. No, so when you play Santa, the biggest thing is hiding the presents. And like I said, kind of at the beginning of this, like, I'm starting to run out of places to be able to do that. And that's why I've just left presents in boxes. But I have to tell you the genius of my mother, because I ragged on her last episode. Every year at Christmas, it was a whole thing. My mother was very specific. We get all the bins down and we decorate the house, right? But she was really specific about having these, like, stuffed animals and other decorations that would come out of the boxes every year. And really specific about us helping to empty those boxes and put out those decorations and decorate the house, right? That was a big thing for her. And then the boxes would go back into the garage. Many, many years later, when The Secret of Santa was out amongst the whole family, like, I want to say we were maybe even in college, we finally asked her, where did you hide the presents? And we always assumed that she hid our presents at our grandmother's house, because every year that's where we'd be Christmas Eve, right? Okay.
It would be perfect. She could just grab them then.
Right. She just grabs them and, she just brings them back then. Nope. No, she hid them in the empty bins in the garage. And so when you said you have presents in a bin, and I was that's all I could think of. And never once of all the years we, like, went digging for presents did we think to look in those empty bins. Because we emptied them. We knew they were empty. So therein lies the genius of my mother.
So I said I ruined Santa for myself. So I'll tell you, and then you can kind of tell me about when you found out about Santa. I think I was 8, actually. And my dad owned a printing company. And there was an office. I would go, and I loved to, like, get on the wheelie chairs, and I would wheel all around the thing. And I like to play, like, office, like I was in office. And there was an office that was locked. And I'm an 8-year-old. I located the darn key. I opened the office, and there lies 3 bikes. Okay. So I said to myself that if those bikes are at my house on Christmas Day and they say from Santa, I'll know Santa isn't real. And I remember, like, we all slept in my oldest brother's room on Christmas Eve. And I remember telling them, and I didn't know, and maybe I should ask my brother if he knew that Santa wasn't real at that point, like my middle brother.
Yeah.
Or if I also ruined it for him too. I don't know that, actually. I feel like he's naive enough that he probably still did. But so we go downstairs. I told my brothers, I said, I saw the bikes in the office that was locked. And if they're down there, and they say from Santa, I'll know. So we go down, and I remember seeing the note that said from Santa, and I was like, okay, well, Santa's not real. And I don't think I said anything to my mom until afterwards that I knew, but, or maybe I did right then. But then that changes Christmas for you. It does. And it's not that it's bad, it's just like, it's sad, because that's like the magic of it, being so excited to see what Santa got. Did he listen to you with what you asked him for, or didn't he? And now I totally understand why he never brought me a puppy. So,
right. Well, maybe you can ask Santa for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Santa never brings you that puppy.
Darn Santa. But it changes
rude.
things. It does change Christmas, but then you find, magic in other ways. But, yeah. Do you remember when you found out about Santa?
I don't. I think I probably kind of found out about it through the kids at my school. Maybe. I don't, it was not a drastic moment like that for me. I think it was probably more of a gradual thing where it was like, oh, yeah, no. Like, these things just kind of, I just don't remember. What I do remember is one year when I was very young, waking up and finding out that Santa had came, and I told my parents, I was like, I know Santa came because I saw him, and he skirted his butt up the fireplace, and I remember distinctly, like, telling my parents, like, I saw Santa. And then I started questioning, well, if I didn't see Santa, what did I see? So, but then I don't remember if that was a dream, and then I just, like, remembered the dream. We've already had the conversation with our youngest, or our oldest, about the fact that there is a real Santa, and then there is Santa's helpers.
Oh, yes. Yes, same. I feel like you have to have that kind of early on because, I mean, they're going to catch on, especially with, technology nowadays, too, like, and seeing them all over the internet and everything, like, when you're watching TV and...
Well, and especially, like, when there's a Santa that comes to their school, and then there's a Santa that we're bringing them to, and they're not the same Santa. So, we've already told him, no, the Santa that we go see is the real one. The Santa that's coming to, but Santa can't be everywhere all the time, so...
Yes, helpers.
If only it was like Disney and there's never two characters in two places at once.
Exactly,
Yeah.
That would be impossible, but yeah. Oh, man.
I know
Christmas. So my husband and I did our big Christmas shopping the other night. We, sent my kids to my mom's, and we went and got the majority of the things. And so I'm pretty set. I think I'm going to try to wrap gifts when we're done doing this, like I said. I think I'm pretty much done, except for my parents and his parents. But his mom... Spoiler alert, mother-in-law, I'm not sure if she watches this or not, but her big gift, like, we did a combined, like, birthday, Christmas, we're taking her and her husband to Detroit to see Phantom of the Opera, and we did, bought their hotel room and the tickets and stuff, so, and we have, we're so excited, we have a box to watch the show, and we're staying at a really, seems like fancy hotel. And so we're going to do that in February.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
I love that. That'll be good.
So I'll probably just get her something small.
Yeah, we had that conversation around this year because there's so many things that are coming up and happening for us that, it's going to have to be kind of a lean Christmas for us this year.
Yeah. I mean, you're building a whole darn house.
Right. Yeah. And we're taking a cruise. So those things tend to be a little heavy on the monetary needs side of things. Yes. And so, like, my sisters and I all kind of discussed, like, what's the point of sending the $50 gift card for you to just send me a $50 gift card? Like, so we're not doing that. And so, yeah, I did get them all. Again, spoiler alert, but this is going to come out after Christmas, so it should be fine.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I did get them all some ornaments that says, like, no matter how far the distance,
that's right.
you know, and so I'm excited about that. Okay, so I have to go back and tell this funny story that happened literally this morning because we had talked to my son about the fact that the Santa that he's going to see today is a Santa's helper. And so you can tell that Santa's helper what you want for Christmas, and then he'll let Santa, you know, the big Santa know. And so when I asked him what he wanted, we got him a rock tumbler because he's been super interested in finding rocks and seeing if they have gemstones inside. And so we thought that could be a cool gift for him. So we got that for him. And then we talked this morning, and I don't know where it came from, how it happened, but I said, what are you going to ask Santa for Christmas? And he said, you know what we don't have is a play set to go with our shopping cart. And I was like, this is a very tall ask for December 10th or 11th or whatever day it is. Like, this should be something you ask for a little bit more ahead of time. Like, a full-blown play set is not something we buy 10 days before Christmas, sir.
Well.
So, but I'm like, if you tell Santa you want it, I have to get it. So, this may now be our new gift that the kids get jointly together.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait it out and see if he says it again. Because, you know, sometimes they just say things offhand, but I am thinking.
That's funny that you say this, because we did Santa last Friday, right? And we had bought the Santa gift months ago when it was on sale. The Barbie Dream House from Target months ago when it was on sale for like $93. And so I'm like, if she does not say she wants a darn Barbie Dream House, I mean, it could be from us. It's not a big deal, but like, what do you want from Santa now? So, like, I remember just asking, what are you going to ask for? And she said, oh, a Barbie Dream House. And my son is like a gaming mouse. And so when we went and visited him, I couldn't hear what she said. So I was like, Lindsay, what did you ask for? She's like, a Barbie Dream House. I was like, oh, good. Yay, that'll be fun.
Thank God.
Oh, God. It's only been hidden in our shed for months. Like, my husband wrapped it in a tarp and, like, taped it. Yeah. And, like, please, 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 please don't say something else that's difficult like that to get or, like, find. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Also, for Santa, I will say, I always have told my kids, since as long as they could comprehend things, is, like, not everybody is Santa, like, gifts are the same. So I said, I approve what Santa can and can't buy you. And
that's smart.
Have
that's smart.
1 to 2 gift limit from Santa. Whereas other kids, if you hear them in school saying that all of their gifts were from Santa, that's what their parents approved Santa to give them. So that's why it's different. And I always tell them, like, we don't go to school and brag about what we got for Christmas, okay? I said, if you want to tell them something, tell them the thing you're most, like, excited that you received. But, like, not everybody gets as many gifts, or you might not get as many gifts as somebody. So, like, we don't want to make anyone feel bad. And
that's so, like, smart.
It's such a hard thing with kids is because you'll have the ones that are like, oh, I got this, and I got these, like, really expensive things, and, like, just be mindful of that. And that's why I told them, like, you know, Santa, I only approve 1 or 2 gifts from Santa, while other people, they may approve more. And I said, that's why if you ask for something bonkers from Santa, I probably am not going to approve that. He's not bringing you a puppy.
Yeah.
And I, like, our joke with my son, he was like, I want a mouse. I said, okay, we need to be specific about what kind of mouse, because I don't want to wake up to a real live mouse in the house on Christmas morning. So you make sure you say gaming mouse and not just mouse. So that was like a fun thing, because I'm like, he
I know,
might take
like
it literally.
mouse.
I don't. I
love it. I love it.
But
That's so smart. Yeah, the whole thing around the holidays is really, it's tough, especially in today's times where, I think everyone is leaning towards a leaner Christmas.
yes.
I mean, I just feel like the way things are, it's just not feasible for everybody to go crazy, and so, but you still do have, have that social kind of element of everybody seeing all the things, and it's hard for kids to not compare themselves to their friends, and so that's a really smart way to do it, is you put it back on yourself around,
Yeah. Like, it's my fault that you don't get a ton of stuff from Santa.
Yeah.
It's not because Santa doesn't want to. It's because
so smart.
I told that turd he couldn't.
Yeah, that turd. Stupid Santa.
Darn Santa.
Okay, as travel agents, I thought maybe we could talk about a couple of different things, travel related and like Christmas holiday, and I'll allow it that you could go into even New Year's Eve if you want, or like New Year's. Have you ever spent Christmas or New Year's away from home?
No. Neither of them. Wait, have I spent New Year's away from home? No, I don't think so. No. Neither. I would, though. I would absolutely go away on Christmas, especially after the kids found out that Santa wasn't real. I'd absolutely go somewhere. I'd go to Disney or rent a cabin or do anything like that. I'm not opposed to it. And I mean, obviously right now I'd be happy to go anywhere for New Year's. I don't know that I would do Disney for like New Year's.
No ma'am.
But yeah, no, I have not. Have you?
Never Christmas. But we did one year go to Hawaii for New Year's. With my family. It was
jealous.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. It was very nice. My grandmother took the whole family. It was wonderful. It was the year after my grandfather passed away, and she really didn't want to be home for the holidays, so that was kind of kind of compromise that we came up with, and that had been on her list of places to travel for a long time, and so we got to go do that. The caveat was that was when I was diagnosed with thyroid issues, and if you don't know, thyroid issues, part of the problem is you cannot regulate your body temperature, right? Or like how you feel. So unfortunately, if it was mildly hot, I was super hot and overheated. Or if it was like mildly cold, I was freezing. And so it sounds really wonderful, but I spent the majority of my days in the hotel room. Beautiful hotel room. And so it was wonderful to be there for, New Year's and have that experience in that trip, but I did spend a lot of time in the hotel room, so it's not as glamorous as it sounds. But it was still beautiful.
That's a bummer.
So I've always said that my parents owe me another Hawaiian vacation because I didn't really get to enjoy that one. Yeah, And now I'm just trying to convince them to give me Aulani and say, let's go, and take my kids. So.
Oh gosh, that would be nice. I really did. This year was the year that I was hoping I could gift, like, the idea of a cruise. Because my son really wants to go on one. So I was like, that's what we'll get him for Christmas. And, like, they can open it at Christmas time and we'll tell them that we're going. But, yeah, that wasn't happening. I had something booked a while ago and then I canceled it. And then now I'm just like, oh. But I did place something on hold yesterday with Royal Caribbean's Star of the Seas, but not until 2027. Yeah, 2027.
Okay, tell me what it is so I can come along.
Okay, yeah, I will. I have it written down. What is the date? I know it's right after Thanksgiving.
Okay, where are we going?
So Star of the Seas out of Port Canaveral, and we're going to go to St. Thomas, St. Martin, and Perfect Day at Coco Cay.
Love it.
Yes. Not a cheap date.
No.
But that's why I was like, it's got to be far away.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now I just need to, come up with a deposit before January 9th.
Sure.
So.
Sure. Right. Right.
And then I can just pay on it, right? That's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I blocked some space on that cruise to hope to do it.
How much space did you block?
Well, I think I blocked all of the rooms that I absolutely could, like 16 of them, and then I was able to actually book a group rate for a family with travel leaders.
Oh.
So, that's nice, because I had to be a refundable deposit.
Yeah.
So, if I do decide I want to move forward and go ahead and put the deposit down, it needed to be refundable. So, but that would be... I think it would be perfect. Because we used to always go somewhere after Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Every single year for like 3 or 4 in a row. We did Disney and did the Christmas party in 2018. In 2019, we went to Disney again, I think. No, we went to Hershey Park, because my daughter was just like a month old. And then we did... In 2020, we went somewhere. Where the flip did we go? I don't remember now.
COVID.
Yes, we did go somewhere, though. 2021, we went to Disney. 2022, we went to Disney. We haven't gone anywhere the last couple of years. It was like the one year, we literally booked our flights on the way to the airport. We had 20 minutes to pack, booked our flights on the way to the airport, had to, like, race there to get there. And this was the year that you had to have, a park reservation for any ticket. And on the way there, there was Epcot available. And we were going to do a park hopper ticket, so we could just go to Epcot, scan in, wait till 2, and then go. And those were the rules. By the time we landed, it was gone. And so we couldn't go into a park. I tried multiple times, like, calling. I needed to talk to somebody in person, and I think I would have been fine. But I never did that. And that year was the last year that we rode the Magical Express. And it took... We stood in line for the Magical Express forever. So it was not magical at that point. But still, it was free, and, that was great back in the day.
And that's magical these days, so... Okay, how about what would be your dream destination for spending Christmas?
I think I would still want it to be cooler.
Okay.
For Christmas. So I think right now it would be a cabin in Tennessee, like Pigeon Forge area.
Yeah. Okay.
It would be a cabin, and I would bring a Christmas tree, or if some of the cabins...
Not your Norwegian town of snow and wonder?
Slavbard, no. Because it's already dark 24/7 by the time it's Christmas. Which I'm fine with, but no, I don't think I would do it then. Because I really want to go tangent. I want to see polar bears, and that is not the time, believe it or not, to see polar bears there. So.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep.
Good to know.
Where would you go?
I don't really know. I feel like it could be fun to do... I feel like a snowy cabin somewhere would be really fun to just, like, be and get cozy and, unplug and turn away. Yeah. Just have, like, get cozy with the blanket, have, like, a fireplace and a movie marathon. I could totally get on board with that.
Also, if my husband's listening, I would be fine with anything. So if you were, like, I don't know, maybe thinking about taking me to Hawaii or on a cruise or whatever, I'm down. I'm down. I wouldn't turn it down, is all I'm saying.
I love it.
Because you were just talking about Hawaii, all I can think of is the Hawaii Christmas song, the, like...
Melakaliki Maka.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, I mean, I would definitely do it, but I think next year 100% down for traveling somewhere, like doing a vacation over Thanksgiving. I'm over Thanksgiving in the food.
Look, I know we talked about it on the last one about like traveling for the holidays, and like I do, don't get me wrong, I love seeing our family for the holidays. I just like, I don't know, traveling for the holidays specifically becomes exponentially harder like when you have children, and also because it's the colder months, so going back to St. Louis, the weather's not always great or ideal. You know, like it's not great for driving. It's really, I mean, flying's a little bit better just because they know what to do with the snow. But, yeah, it just becomes harder to pack everybody up, and then you have to do all of the obligatory family gatherings when you travel. Like, I would much rather go in the middle of summer, have all the time in the world to do all the things, and just like enjoy being with family versus like having to do the big holiday meal and we're cooking and you know what I mean?
You know what we're doing?
What?
We're going to put both of our families, everybody that wants to, we'll all go on a cruise over Thanksgiving. Nobody has to cook. Nobody has to do dishes. We can just and have the time of our lives. That's what I want to do.
I love it. Let somebody else cook for you.
Yeah, and just have a blast, because I feel like that's where I'm at. And I think my brother and I were very serious this year, my oldest brother, about traveling on Thanksgiving, and like the family was not down. But I think next year it's the year.
I think so too. I'm putting that out in the universe for you.
Why couldn't back in the day they freaking make tacos instead of a stupid turkey on Thanksgiving? It's like I hate it. Like, let's have tacos. That's
our tradition.
Next Thanksgiving, tacos in Mexico or something. For Thanksgiving.
I love it. Some turkey empanadas. How about that? Okay.
Yes, that's what I said. Turn the turkey into tacos. I don't care. It's shredded turkey.
I love it. I will say tacos, Mexican food, is kind of our tradition that we have here with our friends. That when we are in town for Christmas Eve, we have a Mexican meal instead of holiday food, because we're just burnt out by that point. And you can order it and pick it up and reheat it, and it's great. So I love it.
I know what I was supposed to tell you during this was Black Friday.
Yes, okay.
You've never participated in Black Friday.
No.
That's wild. I'll tell you the story that comes to mind first is like, this is, I think my brother only had one little boy, and I think my dad stayed with him. We have outlet malls like an hour south, and they were, the first year they were doing this, they were going to open up at midnight and like have these incredible sales. So my sister-in-law and my brother, my mom, me, and my husband pile into this little car, and we're like driving down the highway, and like we hit traffic because everybody is going to the outlet malls, okay? And we all had to pee so bad. And my sister-in-law could not hold it anymore, so she opened up the door and is peeing outside of the car on the highway.
Oh my God!
And what ends up happening is we sat in traffic for a while, and then we decided, like, it wasn't worth it. So we ended up turning around after, like, 2 hours of sitting in traffic to do this. So the next year, we're like, we're going to go the back way. We won't go on the main highway. We'll go the back way. Nobody went that year because everybody was like, this wasn't worth it. I remember lots of years of like going into the mall. Oh my God, it's over there. But you would get like gifts as doorbusters or like for being the first, like so many people. And I have this little, from JCPenney, is this little snow globe with Mickey in it. And it's so old, like the water is evaporating out of it every year. But my mom used to send me to like the back of Target and Walmart to get my brother's video games, because like it would be like 5 a.m. when the stores would open and everybody would go running in to get their things.
Right, and be trampled and the rest of it.
It was so
fist
fun.
fighting, all the things.
The hottest commodity at Walmart was their towels. They were always like $1 or $1.50. And, like, we never bought any, but people would, like, dive over top of each other into these, like, cardboard boxes to, like, get these towels.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And they weren't even like good towels. They were like rough and not, but yeah. And now you go into the stores. Yeah, now you go into the stores and the Black Friday deals are still like in Walmart. They had 2 pack of pillows, I think on Black Friday were $8. There's still like hardly any taken. They're now 2 for $5, so I did buy those. And they're all still in the store because that you can buy online starting November 1st, like Black Friday starts.
Yeah. When we did the TV, when we had to buy the new TV, it was like I had the repairman come out and he was like, these deals will be around all month, so you don't have to. And I was like, okay, great. And because they were like, that's just how it is now, you know?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, because I can remember, I feel like I may have done one Black Friday thing where we did stand outside, and it was one year when we were home for Christmas, and I want to say we had even driven, or we were home for Thanksgiving and we drove. It may have been the year we flew into town right after we got married, and then we rented a car and drove it back to Texas, because we had a bunch of like wedding gifts and stuff that we had to bring back because we had just gotten married. And so I want to say that may have been the year, because it probably was, because that was the same year. Yeah, so we went and stood outside of Home Depot, and they gave us like hot chocolate standing in line and waited. And I don't think there was really anything that we needed necessarily. But I know it was the year my husband bought his bandsaw. Because we stopped in Springfield on our way back to buy it. And he got that was his big gift that year.
That's funny.
So, okay, what is the gift that you've given someone that you've either been most excited about, or like they were the most excited about, that you had the most joy giving to someone?
Ooh. The one year my husband, this was like when I wasn't working, okay, so I didn't have, if I was buying my husband a gift, it was him buying it, like it was, I mean, sure, we're married, so it's our money, but it's his, okay? Mm-hmm. So this year I was doing those like Ibotta and Fetch and stuff where you get money back, and I had like turned this into like cash back, and my husband like Christmas Eve mentioned that he would like a Yeti coffee cup, like the short ones. And I had already bought him like an off-brand like white cup. And he said that he wanted a Yeti one. And my brother was actually at Kohl's buying my mom a Yeti coffee mug. And so I said, do they have a little white one? And he said, yeah. I said, okay, I'll PayPal you the money or whatever. Buy that for Alex. And I wrap it up, like he brought it to me. I wrapped it up, gave it to him. And like he was not expecting it because he had literally just mentioned it the day before. And he knew I had not left the house. And so I think that was a mistake because he was like surprised. And like, so that was a good one. I know there's more. I love giving gifts. If somebody like just mentions something, even like all year, I'm like, ooh, I'll just buy that for you now.
Not unlike how you just showed up with like a little Mickey Mouse pizza keychain for me because like you just saw it and you were like, I had to get this for you.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I love giving gifts so much that I literally. But my problem is I love it so much and I get so excited about it that it's hard for me to like not tell them about it.
Same.
Like I want them to open it. Like I want to wrap it up and I just want you to open it right away. Case in point, when we were in Disney, I bought my mother some ears in Disney Springs, and I called her that night, and I was like, these are yours for Christmas, but I'm so excited. So she'll be getting those wrapped up, and she already knows it's coming. Yeah, I'm just terrible about that. But I would say it has to be one of two. It was either the first year we had kind of moved down, maybe not the first year, second year. We had been here in Texas for Christmas, and, you know, we were just newlyweds. We didn't have a ton of money. But I had a job for like a solid year. And so I had saved up some money, and I was able to buy my husband an Xbox for Christmas. And
nice.
Xbox One, that was the big thing that year.
Yeah.
And I bought it. I had it shipped to the office and hid it at the office until, like, right before Christmas. I left it in my car, in the trunk of my car, and I made him go down from the apartment to the trunk of the car, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I left this in there. And, because I really, like, I didn't want him to see it at all. And so he brought it up, and I had wrapped it and everything, and he had brought it up, and he was like, I thought we couldn't afford this. And I was like, I know. But he was like, an Xbox One! And he just kept saying, like, I thought we couldn't afford it! Like, and I was like, I felt so excited to give that to him that year. And then the other gift was the Christmas that we gifted my sister that divorce trip that was so magical. Because we ended up getting her a shirt that said something about, I forget, something about strength and fairy tales or something, and or maybe something like that said, and then she lived happily ever after. But we wrote her a note and signed it, like, from Mickey, because the last time that she had been to Disney was with her ex, and we didn't want her to have those memories, or feel like, you know, she, like, that tainted that for her, and we knew she just needed to get away, and get out of town, and so it was just us girls, and so the moment she started opening it, she started crying, and the rest of us were crying, and we were like, you're going to Disney World, and it was, you know, it was just one of those, like, kind of magical, when you see the Disney commercials of people surprising their kids, and the rest of it, it was that kind of moment for us, and so that was one of the most fun to give, I think, and I really can't wait until my kids get to be the age where they start really getting excited about the things, you know, and realizing, like, oh, I've earned this or whatever. So, you know, right now we go through Christmas in about 30 minutes and just rip open everything and open, you know, and
yeah.
So
the gift I'm most excited to give this year, there's actually all of the people have a good one. So the Barbie Dream House is exciting, but my son asked for a 3D printer, and I was like, you know, I just don't think you're at the right age for that, because, you know, you're going to have some sort of, you know, laptop or something to do it, and, like, you won't be able to use mine. And I said, I want your dad to kind of be into it too, to help you. And I was like, you just might be a little too young for it, and they're expensive. And, like, my husband and I talked about it, and we're like, I just, you know, all of those things. I don't think he needs one. Well, last Saturday, my husband's like, you know what? I think we're just going to buy him it. And I was like, okay. So it's here, and he's not going to expect it at all.
No.
Except there's going to be, I was like, you know what? Grandma was thinking about getting Lindsay the 3D pen, which are really cool, by the way. I said, maybe you just get one of those for now. And if you stay into it, we'll get you a printer. And so my mom is going to buy my daughter a pen, and when she opens it, Carson's going to expect that he's also going to have one, because we had this conversation. He's not going to open one. So he's going to be disappointed on Christmas Eve that he doesn't have a pen until Christmas Day when he opens up the printer. So I'm so excited to see his reaction. I don't want to set myself up too much, like, to be really helpful. And then the other gift is he's really into Harry Potter now, my husband. Like, he didn't think he was going to like it. He was like watching the first movie and telling me that he thinks it's stupid, and then now he's obsessed. But I bought him the illustrated version that has, like, the pop-ups and stuff of the book. So I'm hoping he likes it. And I feel like he bought, like, a Harry Potter sticker book at Walmart last weekend, so I'm thinking he's gonna like it. So I'm excited to see him open that. But I think those are what I'm excited about.
That'll be so fun.
Yeah, I'm really hoping Carson will be, like, thrilled, because I think he's going to be kind of bummed out he didn't get a pen because we talked about it. And so also he will have one less gift at my mom's, because my mom bought him the filament for the printer instead of buying him the pen. So he can't open that on Christmas Eve. My mom's going to have to give it to me for him to open on Christmas Day. So
you think he'll think something's up if he doesn't get anything like that, or you think he'll just be like, whatever?
No, I don't think so. So, I don't know. And I told him, because he wants a remote control car that you, like, the remote goes on your hand. and you just move your hand to make the car go. I don't know. And I was going to buy him that until we bought him the printer. And so I told him, because his birthday is January 15th. I was like, there's going to be a gift that you wanted that you're probably not going to get on Christmas, but it may be a birthday gift. And he's like, okay. He's very chill. Like, he's not, like, won't throw a fit if he doesn't get something he asked for or anything.
That's good.
Yeah. So hopefully he's really excited about it.
Yeah, I can't wait till my kids are like they, at this point, they just like opening up any gift, you know, like, but when they're really hoping for that one thing. And so,
yeah.
Although, I don't know, maybe a play set that goes with his shopping cart is the thing these days, and I don't even know where it came from. And sometimes
it's like the simple thing that you weren't expecting a reaction out of that they react to. My son bought my daughter Tails, like Sonic and Tails, a Tails stuffed animal, because he had a Sonic stuffed animal, and they would play like Sonic, like with the stuffed animals, and they would just use a random character for Tails. And my son picked her out a Tails, and she opened that and just screamed Tails and like hugged it, and it was the cute, like even my husband was tearing up. It was the cutest thing, and like that was the most important thing to her.
Well, sure. So. I mean, I could see, like, not only did her brother get it for her, but also, like, it's something they do together, and she didn't have one to be exactly like him, but now she does, you know? Like, that's...
Yeah, it was so cute. So, and I wasn't, like, expecting that reaction. And I think she got something really cool, like, that you would, like, expect a big reaction, and, like, the Tails meant more to her. So, moral of the story. Sometimes it's those little things that are...
Sometimes it's just the frickin' box, man. Like, I don't know. The amount of times that we buy something and they just want to sit in the box, it's like, okay.
Yeah, you could have just bought a big box.
Yeah.
They do make those big cardboard playhouses that you color.
Oh, my sister bought one for the kids to play in at Thanksgiving, and they colored it, and they had the best time with it. So, okay. All right. To wrap things up, I think, well, let's get into, I have a couple of just like some kind of reflective or heartfelt questions that I noted down, and then I have a rapid fire if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so what tradition is your favorite, and or what tradition are you looking forward to passing down to your children?
Oh God, what's my favorite?
Like, what's the one thing that like that you do every Christmas, and what?
So,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like as long as I can ever remember, like decorating just the plain sugar cookies is something we always do. But I think just we all get together for breakfast at whoever's kids are the youngest. So it's changed. Mine are currently, obviously the youngest are probably going to stay the youngest until they're old enough that we'll start probably going somewhere else for breakfast. But we all, like, my family comes over for breakfast on Christmas.
That's fun.
And I hope, like, we keep that tradition, because we could just do grandkids or whatever, cousins or whatever. Like, when my nephew, the oldest nephew, has his first kid, we could all go to his house.
Yeah. And that's so nice that you picked the youngest, like, because it just makes
because they don't want to leave their house.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Christmas Day.
So smart.
Yeah, we did it at my brother's house until his kids stopped believing in Santa, and like kind of, because even when my baby was the youngest, he wasn't like old enough to like open gifts like and stuff. So we still went to his house, but yeah.
That's so fun.
It's nice. What about you? What's the tradition?
I think for me, it's like it's about like. It's probably more about, like, the quality time, like, component of it, and much less, like, the activities on Christmas itself. I think for me, it's all the things that we do kind of building up to Christmas to make it feel magical, you know? I mean, it's like decorating the outside of the house, decorating the Christmas tree, watching Christmas movies. Like, those are my things that, like, I remember doing with my family. And, you know, I hope one day, like, these houses and stuff, like, the kids right now really love coming home to seeing them. But I'm hoping one day they'll want to do it with me. And I remember doing them with my dad. And
yes,
so, you know, it's the stuff that kind of leads up to Christmas, because I think for us, Christmas always looked a little bit different. I mean, it didn't, but we were always kind of rushing. It was the one day of year my dad had off because he worked in retail. And so we had to cram, like, our Christmas in, and then we'd quickly have breakfast, and then it'd be out the door and on to another Christmas and another, you know, like, just, like, running around. And so, for us, the real calm after Christmas kind of came on the 26th when we finally got to open up the toys and, you know, and play with them and just kind of have quiet. And so I am kind of looking forward to that, but it's all the things that kind of lead up to it for me. So, and then we kind of, I guess, already just did the one, which is like, what's the most meaningful or exciting gift that you gave? Is there anything new that you're doing this year that you haven't done before? Well, you already said the angel tree, right? Like, you didn't do that, so. Yeah.
And I think whether it's the angel tree or some other way of, like, adopting a family or we'll do something like that from here on out. And another tradition that I like to do, which you say you do, we do bake cookies, which was, got to get that oven figured out.
You still haven't fixed the oven?
No. We do cook.
How many weeks has it been?
Oh, it's been a month. Yeah. Exactly. Pretty much. He did get it working enough that he made a batch of chocolate chip cookies, and then he tried to make cookies the other night, and it wouldn't hold its temperature right. But we don't know if that's something it was doing before. Like I said, it's really old. But something we do is we make a ton of cookies, and by we, I mean my husband, pretty much. And we gift them to, like, all of our neighbors that are here that we talk to. Even one, he used to have a podcast. I don't know if he still does it. And he loves Spam. Like, that's his thing. Oh, okay. So we bought him, like, a Spam ornament. Sometimes my husband leaves Spam in his mailbox. But that's funny. Give him cookies, too.
Yeah.
And
that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to deliver them, at least to the ones that are right next door to us and the ones that we've grown close to in the neighborhood. And it's just so weird that, you know, I'm acknowledging that this is our last Christmas in this house, which just feels weird, you know, because, like, part of me is like, well, it's the last one, so I want to do it up right, and I want to, you know, make sure that we make the memories and really celebrate the neighborhood and, you know, the things, and, but at the same point, I'm kind of like, I don't want to pull it all down, because I'm just going to have to pack it all back up again. So, it's a weird kind of place to be. Like, this year, usually we hang lights on the roof, and, or, you know, like, on the roof line and all of that, but we need a new roof, and my husband's like, I'm not getting up there until there's a new roof, because I will slide off of that one, and I'm like, yeah, okay, understand. So, I think Saturday we're going to try to wrap the big tree we have out front and make that look like a big, you know, thing, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, rapid fire.
Okay.
White lights or colored lights?
Both. Like, our tree has both on it. The kids' tree.
Okay.
Yeah, it has pre-lit white, and we put colored around it, too.
That's actually very smart. I don't know why I've never thought to do that. Ours is one that changes. Like, you hit the button and it's white, and then, you know, or you can flash it too. I am a colored lights on the outside of the house, but the older I get, the more I kind of like the all white look on the outside of the house. So, gift bags or wrapping paper?
Wrapping paper. Wrap as much as I can. Gift bag for the weird items, but especially for kids.
It's weird shaped.
If it's a adult, I will do a gift bag. But like under our tree, it's wrap.
Yeah.
I will wrap up as much as I can.
Christmas Eve or Christmas morning?
Christmas. I like both of them. Christmas morning. I do love Christmas Eve though.
I love. Yeah, we have to find our right Christmas Eve, like, tradition. Because, like, I grew up and it was always going to my grandmother's house and having, like, a fancy dinner or doing whatever. And, I would love it to be a thing where we have, like, maybe, like, a pizza dinner and we watch a movie and drink hot chocolate and then put on our Christmas PJs and go to bed. We've just never really made that happen. So maybe that's my new thing we'll do this year.
Something fun that we did last year. I finally got my mom. My mom has been always like, you do not open gifts until Christmas Day. Like, her gifts, she would come over. When she lived across the street, she'd come over in the morning and watch the kids open their gifts from us and stuff. But now that she lives a little further away, she just comes over just for breakfast with the rest of the fam. But I finally got her last year to have Christmas Eve and do presents in the whole 9 yards. But what she didn't know is a few weeks before Christmas, I was at the good old Dollar General, and they had Christmas PJs. And I bought me, like, my husband and our 2 kids. And I said, you know, it'd be funny, Alex, is if we get Derek, like my brother's family, these PJs too, and we show up to my mom's house all wearing the same PJs, and like we'll act like it was just a coincidence, but then buy my mom and dad the PJs too. So I go up there, buy one get one free. I bought everybody a pair of PJs. It was like $60 for 10 pairs of PJs. Like, that's a deal. And so my husband and I, we walk in, she's like, oh, cute, you guys all have matching PJs. And I'm like, yeah. And then my brother's family comes in and she's like, you guys have the same PJs on. I said, yeah, isn't that funny? And so I had my mom and dad open up gifts, and they were the PJs. So we have, it's actually her cover photo this year is all in these matching PJs.
Aww.
What's funny, though, is these Dollar General PJs are hilarious. So my sleeves only, like, came to here. I got my nephew a, men small instead of a youth small or whatever it was. So they're huge. They had to like pin them around but it made for fun. So now
you have to buy Dollar General PJs again.
She did. Yeah. So my mom this year bought everybody Dollar General PJs. So we have them to wear on Christmas Eve. So that's our new tradition. But yeah, it was so funny. Her face.
Yeah. My mother started, I think it was like when we all went to college, she started doing Christmas Eve boxes, and they included like hot chocolate packets and Christmas PJs and a movie on DVD. So that she would send to us all, and yeah. And then I'm trying to think. Okay, back to our this and that, because we okay, Mariah Carey or Michael Bublé?
Okay. Mariah Carey, only the Christmas song.
Well,
any other freaking song.
We're only talking about Christmas.
I can't stand her voice, but the Christmas song, good. So her.
I am Michael Bublé Christmas songs all day.
Okay.
Classic or Hallmark movies?
Classic.
I agree. Mostly, I want to watch a full marathon of the Santa Claus movies.
Me too. I love those.
However, lately I have been on the Hallmark channel just because, like, I need something to listen to while I work. And so I'll, like, throw those up there.
I did see they filmed a Hallmark Disney special Christmas movie, so
coming out Christmas next year. I know. I was like, what? Yep. Okay. Gingerbread or sugar cookie?
Sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie. Same. Actually, my favorite cookie is the peanut butter blossom, you know, where you do the peanut butter and stick the Hershey Kiss. Yeah. Yep. But I'll never eat a gingerbread cookie. I just don't like ginger.
No. Listen, lately there hasn't been a cookie that I won't eat. So.
I mean, also true. Still very true.
It's so bad lately.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been like, ooh, a cookie. Call me Santa.
Just wind me up like a bowl full of jelly. Yeah. Okay, ready? Last question.
I'm ready.
What are you looking forward to the most in 2026? / what do you want to accomplish in 2026?
Okay. I would like to get plans for my house to be put on my land. Whether it happens fully in 2026, I at least want the plan made. Mm-hmm. That is my goal that I'm hoping for in 2026.
What does a plan look like for you? Like, are you talking about, like, floor plan, like, blueprints? Or are you talking about, like, the road to getting that done?
Oh, my. I just want some sort of progress. Any would be good. Mm-hmm. Utilities put in, or that we have the house picked out that we want to put there, whether it be a modular or actual stick built or whatever. I just want some sort of progress in that direction.
You know.
Sorry, buddy. What about you?
I really just, like, I want... There's two things I think I want. I want to figure out a way to give myself grace and patience in the new year. Like, we've got a lot of things that are coming up that I feel like I'm going to be stressed about. And so I just want to remind myself to, I think, have a little bit of grace and a little bit of patience. And then I really just want our move to go smoothly. And that's, like, giving me a lot of anxiety, and it's not even, like, there's literally nothing on the ground yet. So, but yeah, I think I'm really, like, I'm already nervous about making sure that we have a plan for where the kids are going to go the day we move. And the house isn't even built yet, but yeah.
Yeah, calm a bit. Take a seat.
Yeah.
And chill.
Yeah. But if not, I'll just have you to vent to the whole time, right?
That's right. And then you can tell me all the things that I should and shouldn't do, because you're going to go through it before me. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly how it's going to work. Just like you will have gone through the mom thing and the no Santa thing before me.
Yes. It is always nice having somebody. Except I promise, and if I do this to you, you tell me. I promise I won't ever, like, tell you, like, oh, just wait. It just is so bad. And, like, I hate when people do that, because every kid is different too. But, like, if you ask me for, like, oh, what happened when this happened, or, you know, potty training stuff, and, like, you know. But, like, I promise to never be like, oh my God, it's so awful. Honestly, I think, and I'm saying this truthfully, so far, I feel like every year for me has been better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's gotten worse parenting-wise. I think it's gotten better for me.
I hear a lot of people kind of say that. They're like, they'll say, like, oh, that was such a fun age, but I really enjoy the age they are now, you know? And I can totally see that. Although I will say, candidly speaking, because we keep it honest on this pod, I'm ready for kindergarten to knock my 4-year-old down a notch. Like, he has big man on campus syndrome right now, hard, and thinks he knows everything. And so, yeah, the other day when he was like, Mom, I know you know where this toy is. And I was like, I don't. Like, what do you think? I'm hiding it from you? Like, look with your eyes, kid. I'm not. I was like, I could smack you around a little bit. I could. Never done it before, but oh boy. So I'm ready for the big man on campus phase to bring him back down to earth. Or as the kids say these days, go touch grass.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's, as far as, like, momming, it's how you look at it. Because I feel like you could always, like, go back and, like, oh, I wish I could go back to those times. And, like, of course. But also, I feel like if you just, like, step into the fun of what your kids can do and how exciting life is now that they can read, or now that they can, like...
Right.
And, yeah, I just feel like it makes things better. And I think that's how I know that I'm for sure done having children. Because I don't think I could go back and do all of those things again. I don't want to go back, I should say. I know I could if I had to. I don't want to. Like, I love every year, like, you know.
That was 100% me when we were talking about having Sam, and I was like, if we get too much further out of this, I'm not going to want to go back and do it again.
Because I feel like, especially as moms, you really do kind of lose yourself. And I know that's so cliche to say, but, like, you do, and you don't realize it until your kids start getting older and how much, like, more you're getting back of being able to, like, be your own person again. And I think for me, I'm not willing to lose that again.
Yeah. I completely understand that. And you see moms that, like, get to that point and then they have lost themselves completely and they don't know what to do without their children, you know? Yeah. And then you see kind of the other side where it's like, okay, well, now I know who I am again, and I just feel like those moms are so much more happy and content with the way that their life is moving, and when they can step away from who they are with their children. Yeah.
And not, like I said, look so much back in the past and be like, I feel like some people continue to have kids because they don't want to, like, let that part go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't envy anybody who is in the trenches more than we are, you know, like it's a rough go. I feel like we're talking about maybe potty training Sam, and, you know, and he's getting to the point, like, this whole Christmas season has just been a wonder through his eyes and how excited he's getting at ornaments and Christmas lights and the idea of Santa, and it's so wonderful to look at that. And then I'm watching my oldest encourage that in him, and it's the sweetest thing, you know, for him to be like, do you want to see Santa? Like, do you know, and talking to him about who Santa is, and just, you know, or all the Christmas, hey Sam, oh look Sam, with those Christmas lights, and, you know, I mean, I can just see their relationship hopefully being as close as it is, and the two of them, even though they get on each other's nerves and push each other's buttons more than all get out, like,
I think that is the most fun as a mom, and you're just starting it, is when they really start interacting with each other. And, like, then they'll start conspiring against you. But it's still fun.
Is like, that one of those you just wait moments that you said you weren't going to get?
No, but, like, it's still fun. Like, to hear them, I'll giggle when I hear them going, okay, but you can't tell mom, or shh, your mom's going to hear. It's actually, I get a little chuckle out of it because it's funny. And I think that has been the most rewarding thing about being a mom, is, like, them being together.
Yeah.
Stop.
I know, right? We do this to ourselves.
Yeah. This is supposed to be about Christmas, damn it.
Okay, if you thought we were going to have a Christmas episode and not be crying by the end of it, I don't know who you thought we were. But it's just...
Apparently. And then I'm saying this, and I just noticed that when they are supposed to be putting their toys away back in their room, they must be putting them behind my laptop, because the laptop's moved, and I see a seahorse.
Oh, lovely.
The dinosaur ride vehicle, which I may keep because this is going to be a relic.
Yes.
And other stuff.
Turn that into an ornament, man. Put it on your tree.
A spider ring, a heart that we colored. Yeah.
Okay, can we talk for just a second? I know this is like a so over the time limit episode, but
I feel like there's some stuff to cut out. We'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. The hand-drawn pictures. My son is just getting to the point where, like, they actually look like he does like people so good, and he can draw like hearts and all this stuff, and I'm just like, all the pictures I saved up until this point can be trashed because these new ones are amazing.
Ours.
Oh, yeah. You know, like, it's so cute.
It is.
So when you were just showing me the heart one that they colored and stuff, it's like, you want to keep that. Like, you want to keep it all. I understand why people have handmade, like, freaking... I'm trying to find the one that has... It's a picture of me I don't know. I'll have to find it. It's in the tree, but it's like got melted crayon on it, you know, like and on the popsicle sticks and stuff. And is this no? Well, where is it? I can't find it. It's in here somewhere. But and then there's one that like my husband made my mother-in-law at one point. Oh, I can't. I don't know. I feel like it was right in this. Most of them are in this vicinity. Because that's where they stood and put them on the tree. But it's a picture of my husband. He has to be in like second, maybe third grade. And then it's a heart that then he like, they put the glue in and shook it, you know, and then they stuck the picture in there. And he found it and he said, Dad, is this me? And then my husband goes, no, like, that's me, buddy. And he said, did you make this for me? And my husband was like, yep, sure did. And so that's become his, like, favorite ornament to tell people about. And it's like, my dad made this for me when he was a baby. And it's like, oh, okay. That's so sweet. I don't think he did, but okay. I'm glad that's how you feel. Yeah.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, well, I think that about wraps up the Christmas episode. I know our families want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.